Good evening. Welcome to the press conference for Ons Jabeur. Please raise your hand and state your name and organisation when asking your question. As before, we won't be doing a preview press conference tomorrow, so please ask your preview questions ahead of the final today. We have 15 minutes, so we're going to try and get in as many questions as we can. Ons, just quickly, what a match. Just give us your initial thoughts.
Yeah, crazy match. I'm glad that I stayed in the match and was playing better and better after. So hopefully now one more match to go.
How would you describe the path you've had to take this year versus last year in facing all these highly ranked players and former major champions just to make it to the final?
Yeah, I think this year the draw is much tougher. Playing against amazing players that not only they play good on any surface, but they play amazing on grass. That was very challenging, but also maybe it's a good thing that gives me more confidence to be ready for the final, and also getting that rhythm of playing, great tennis to be ready for the next match.
Congratulations. It seems like, obviously, last year was incredible, but it seems like you're playing at an even better level this year. It's obviously been a difficult year with a lot of injuries, so I'm just curious what does, I guess, struggles of this year have given you and how they've helped you in any way?
The first thing comes to my mind is patience, It teach me how to be very patient and accept whatever happened to me with the injury, because it was out of my control. I couldn't do anything about it. I was trying my best to be ready for the competition, but yeah, I mean, if you tell me you get injured and be in the final of Wimbledon, I will take it.
Hi, Ons. Congratulations. You said on the court that the old you would have lost this match today. I just wondered, how old are we talking? Would you have 12 months ago have lost that match today?
Probably, yeah, 12 months ago, for sure. Maybe also a little bit before, like 6 months ago. It's a different player. I'm working on myself like crazy. You have no idea what I'm doing, and every time there is something, I'm very tough with myself and try to improve everything. And very impatient sometimes, which is not good. So that's why maybe the injuries did slow me down and teach me how to be patient and accept what's going on. For me, I always believed in mental, in working on it, and that's what I've been doing for the past years since I was maybe 10 years old, because I know if you are not ready physically, mentally, you can always win, and that's probably what happened in the last two matches.
Hi, Ons. Howard Fendrich with the Associated Press. Is it fair to say that last year here showed you that you could win a Grand Slam tournament, something maybe you weren't previously believing or aware of? And I'm also wondering if there are things that you can take away from last year's final here that you think you can apply and help you for Saturday this time.
Last year was my first final of a Grand Slam, so definitely getting closer to winning the Grand Slam that I always wished. I would say I always believe, but sometimes you would question and doubt it if it's gonna happen, if it's ever gonna happen. And being in the last stages, I think it does help you believe more. And for me, I'm gonna learn a lot from not only Wimbledon's final, but also US Open final, and give it my best. And maybe this year was all about trying 2 times and getting it right the 3rd time. So let's see.
Hi, Antonello from La Repubblica. Congratulations. What did you change after being down 4-1 in the second set? What was the...
Was it 4-2?
No, 4-2. Apologies.
No worries. For me, it was just one serve, one game, one serve. it just wanted to try to break her. It was very difficult for me to return her serve. Especially, she was mixing a lot. She was even the speed was difficult. So I was like, honestly, I'm not gonna give a shit. I'm just gonna go in and hit my return. And yeah, it was coming. I was returning much better. She missed, some shots that did help me stay in the game. I was fighting every point, and we just wait for a little bit of chance, sometime to get the game, and that's what happened.
What type of match are you expecting in the final against a player profile like Andrusova?
I'm going for my revenge. I mean, I didn't win against her this year, so she has good hands. She plays very good, and honestly, I will try to focus on myself a lot. I'm not sure how she's gonna play second Grand Slam final, I believe, and we're both hungry to win, and whoever deserves it more will win.
Hi, Hafsa from Al Jazeera English. I spoke with a few of your fans before the final, and they called you the Minister of Happiness for Tunisia. So how are you dealing with the hopes and expectations of people who think you bring them so much joy?
Well, the good thing about those people, they always tell me, win or lose, we love you, and that's a great words to hear. I always try to remember that, even though I know everybody wants me to to win. They're funny because a few fans are texting my mental coach, giving her advice of how to coach me. So and I'm sure they texted Isam too, and Karim. So for me, there is one goal. I'm going for it. I will prepare 100%, and hopefully, I can make history, not just for Tunisia, but for Africa.
Hi, Ons. You mentioned you played all these Grand Slam champions in the run-up to this final. Now you're playing someone who's not a Grand Slam finalist, but certainly doesn't have the resume of the players you played beforehand. How do you prepare yourself mentally for that kind of challenge compared with the challenge that has come in the previous matches the last few days?
I think a final is a final. You're playing someone, Grand Slam champion or not. I think is gonna be very difficult. It could happen for both. Whoever could handle more the emotions, whoever could be more ready on the court will definitely win that match. And for me, that's why I said I want to focus more on myself. I want to make my path worth it, winning all these Grand Slam champions to be in the final. And I'm going full in, and hopefully this time will work.
Hi, Ons. Congratulations, Couple this year. And technically speaking, you are one of the few players that are really, really good at slicing at that high level. Everybody hits as hard as they can. How do you feel being somehow an exception in the top players, playing differently? And how do you go on court with somebody like Arena, who has a serve which is somehow unbelievable in women's tennis?
That's the beauty of the sport, you have two kind of people, and I think even not just the game, but the character is so much different than me or her or any other player. And it's fun to have this on tour, at least in the top 10, and it's fun to have some mixing a little bit. Maybe it's fun for you guys to watch too, not like hitting all the time. But yeah, sometimes you really need to find the right moment to do those shots, because with someone powerful like Arena is very tough to be able to play my game. But I'm trying to learn how to do that more and more, and I hope today will help too.
مبروك Ons على سلامتك. I want to ask about your coping mechanisms. We saw her coping mechanism. She was really loud and she was hitting the ball really hard. But we didn't figure out what's your coping mechanism. You could be inside. Can you take us through it?
She was screaming for both of us, I guess. I couldn't even scream with her. It's tough, and it is true. I mean, that's the thing about playing Arena. She's there. She's there, and actually, it's funny because when I had the match point on her serve, the crowd was, cheering for me. And I was like, please, please don't cheer. She will get angry and she will ace me. And she did, actually. She got so angry that she aced me. And me, I tried to stay calm. I did get angry a lot because of not accepting a bit that she was serving very well, not finding a way, but staying in the match. Maybe that's how I coped with playing, today.
Hi, Ons. Ava Wallace from the Washington Post. You mentioned you're working on your patience. How do you go about becoming a more patient person? And why is that maybe a good quality for someone who's trying to win a first Grand Slam?
First, you're waiting to win the first Grand Slam, so you have to be patient. That's one. Two, I'm just from these matches, I'm learning a lot how to stay in the game, because I feel like the best test for me is to stay in the game, to accept the fact that, for example, playing someone like Arena or Alina, making aces, even if you're winning like the game love 40. She can make 3 aces. What can you do about it? You have no control, So for me, trying to be patient and wait for that moment that you can prove your game, and that's basically what happened in 4-2 today. I wasn't returning very well, and I tried to put the ball in it, and it's like it clicked in that moment. Yeah, and also my team always looked at me as like, be patient, don't worry, it's gonna happen, it's gonna come, and that's basically how maybe tennis works sometimes.
Last year you showed us your phone, had a picture of the Wimbledon trophy as your screensaver. What have you got this time? Have you got the trophy again?
Can I answer after the final?
Where are you on this image? Is it
You're not gonna know after the final. We can have.
Do you want to just talk about your opponent in the final? I don't think
We can.
just
Yeah.
About the challenge of playing.
I did talk a bit, but if you want, I can.